Hello children, today let us listen to the line by line explanation of the poem The Schoolboy. It is written by William Blake. The poem is divided into 6 stanzas with 5 lines in each one. It is about a schoolboy who is unhappy. So let us read the poem and find out why is this schoolboy unhappy. I love to rise in a summer morn when the birds sing on every tree, the distant huntsman winds his horn, and the skylark sings with me. Oh, what sweet company! So, in the first stanza, the schoolboy says that he loves to rise in a summer morning. It is the time when the birds sing on every tree. The huntsman blows his horn far away. That means he is ready to go for hunting. And the skylark sings with him. This is skylark. So we see the things that makes the boy happy in first stanza. So in the first stanza we see the things that gives the boy happiness in a summer morning. But to go to school in a summer morn, oh, it drives all joy away. Under a cruel eye outworn, the little ones spend the day in sighing and dismay. Now we can see a unhappy child here. In the second stanza, the tone totally changes from delight to dismay. The schoolboy says that going to school in a summer morning takes away all his joy. He is tired under the strict supervision of a teacher. So instead of enjoying the pleasures of summer, the child has to attend the school in boredom and sadness. Then at times I drooping sit and spend many an anxious hour, nor in my book can I take delight, nor sit in learning's bower, worn through with the dreary shower. The young speaker then tells the reader more about his miserable days at school. He sits drooping over, so you can see how he is sitting, okay, drooping over. So he sits drooping over or lifelessly in his seat and finds no pleasure in schoolwork and is waiting for the end of the day. He feels frustrated under the watchful eyes of a teacher. So the little ones spend the day in sighing and dismay. Moreover, he tells how he gets bored by the unnecessary lectures imposed on him by teachers. How can the bird that is born for joy sit in a cage and sing? How can a child when fears annoy but droop his tender wing and forget his youthful spring? Now in the fourth stanza, the speaker is demanding answer to his questions. He asks how a bird that is born to be free be asked to sit in a cage and sing. He knows that he has to learn, read and write, but he cannot do so in a school, a place he considers equal to a cage. So he says that a child who is scared of his parents and teachers cannot be happy and joyful. Oh father and mother, if buds are nipped and blossoms blown away, and if the tender plants are stripped of their joy in the springing day by sorrow and care's dismay. Now in this stanza, the boy appeals to his parents saying that if buds were nipped means cut off, nipped, then one would never know the beauty and fragrance that a flower spread. Similarly, if plants are destroyed when they are still tender, spring would never be a happy occasion. Anything that is obstructed from its growth in a tender age is ruined for a lifetime. So if his youth is shortened by such experiences, then he will never be able to enjoy his life. How shall the summer arise in joy, or the summer fruits appear? Or how shall we gather what griefs destroy, or bless the mellowing ear when the blasts of winter appear? In the last stanza, the poet says that if everything is destroyed before its time, buds would not bloom into flowers, plants would not be able to give ripe fruits, spring or summer would not be associated with joy. Just like elements in our natural surroundings require the right atmosphere for growth to become a thing of beauty, delivering something sweet and pleasant. Similarly, a child should be given the joy and freedom that he deserves to have, otherwise, he will not be able to face the trials of life. So, this is the explanation of the